So I originally met Rocky through Express, of course. His business supported my practice with staffing needs. But I really didn't get to know Rocky until we started working together on the United Way board. And it did not take long for me to realize that this was someone to watch and someone to pay attention to, because when you first come on the United Way board, it can be a little overwhelming. The mission seems simple, but the job is big, the job is challenging. Since this is the United Way Leadership Award, that in the back of our mind, I can't help but think about Verna Hall. Verna Hall was a recipient of this, but she was also kind of the queen of United Way, the mother of United Way. And I always respected her opinion. So I agreed. She insisted on hand addressing and stamping every envelope, but I agreed to help with that project. And we were sitting there talking, and she's signing and writing away, and she lays down her pen and she looks up at me and she says, "You know, Mandy," and she had a twinkle in her eye. I wish I could do it the way she does, but she had a twinkle in her eye, and she said, "That Rocky Gill is something else." And I said, "What do you mean?" And she said, "Well, I just don't think you can tell someone no when they care as much as he does." And so Rocky has the giant stamp of approval from the late, great Verna Hall. I think that's worth noting.
I met Rocky in 2004 when I became board chair. That was the year that Rocky was also campaign chair. And I really didn't get to know Rocky until I worked with him as campaign chair. Prior to Rocky becoming campaign chair and prior to my being the board, we had never raised over $2 million. The year that Rocky and I were involved, we set a goal of $2.1 million, which is very, very optimistic. Most people thought we couldn't do it, but Rocky was committed. I've never seen someone so committed. Rocky led from the front. Not only did he do campaign rallies, but he motivated the campaign staff, and he came up with some unique ideas to try to engage the community. Rocky was relentless in trying to raise money for the United Way. In fact, he convinced the campaign staff that if we met goal, he would shave his beard. He also convinced me, and I don't know how he did that, but if we exceeded goal, that we would jump fully clothed with coat and tie into the TJC pool. That year, we raised $2,195,000. I got wet, and Rocky shaved his beard.
Hey, my name is Michael Gossett. I serve as the lead pastor here at Green Acres Baptist Church, and there is not enough time to tell you how much I love Rocky Gill. I met him almost 7 years ago, and what is interesting is that he and I really had a shared vision for the city of Tyler in East Texas. I don't know if you know this about Rocky, but he is a big vision guy. He dreams big, he hopes with a deep hope, and believes in the best for the city of Tyler.
Many people talk about the needs in our community, but I think that the word need has almost become something we've grown accustomed to hearing or almost numb to, and I hate that. But Rocky really didn't talk about the need. He talked about the people behind the need. It's a lot harder to ignore when you're talking about a specific child that is going to school without school supplies on the first day of school. That's not setting a stage for success, because let's face it, we're trying to change the path of poverty, the path of violence, the path of illiteracy. We're trying to change these things. We have to give people a firm footing to start off on, and Rocky identified that.
Rocky has only proven himself to be faithful in every area of his life. Faithful to the Lord, faithful to his witness, faithful to his family, as a father, as a husband, faithful to his word. He follows through on what he says he is going to do. And that just speaks to not only the character of Rocky, but it speaks to his willingness and his understanding of what it means to live in a Christ-like way.
Rocky's leadership has affected United Way more than we know. Rocky believes in this organization. He believes in helping people in the community. And Rocky, on behalf of the people in the community that you've helped, and on behalf of myself, I want to thank you because you have made a difference. And there's no more worthy person to receive this award than you.
Rocky, I just want to tell you that I love you and thank you for your commitment to the gospel. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your example to our city. Thank you for your example to those you work with around the nation. I mean, you are known as a man who is faithful to the Lord. No matter who you're with, who you're rubbing shoulders with, you're the same man. And United Way got it right in honoring you tonight. And I just want to say thank you.
So Rocky, I want to congratulate you. I'm sure you are not a fan of this recognition, but you are so worthy of being honored. And we want to continue to follow your footsteps and make a difference because it really does matter to the people in need.